but I don't. Alrighty, it is Monday, and it is, well, 3 days left in the year. So we're going to chat about wrapping up the year and what we have coming up next. I am going to be doing a video for Wednesday, focusing more on the accomplishments and the goals that I didn't accomplish, and why I don't dwell on what didn't happen. So, we are live, right? Let's see. Let me check here. Okay, so volume looks good. All right, well, YouTube says I'm live, so I'm just gonna cross my fingers and hope. Hey, Sam's here, so apparently my chat's working. Anyway, we are going to give this a moment, but this cat will not leave me alone. She has jacked up my chair so bad. I got little puncture holes all over my arms. Hey, Diane, how's it going? Anyway, so here in a few minutes, we'll go over what I'm going to be doing to wrap up the year. What are your guys' plans? What kind of things do you have ready to go? Oddly enough, my YouTube analytics isn't showing anybody. No chatters. Huh. YouTube's doing a YouTube thing. Merry Christmas. Nice hat. Thank you. I like my hat. He's wearing the other one. I got sick yesterday, so I'm recovering. Oh, that's a bummer. Hawkins, what's the hot new trend? I don't know.
I don't know if you're aware of what your shirt says right now, but we were laughing pretty hard.
I'll run with it. Nut butt. Peanut butter. Anyway, fix my shirt. The hot new trend, huh? I don't know if there's a hot new trend other than surviving. I don't know if you could call that a trend, but it's hot. Why is everybody coming down and staring at me? I really need an external office. Anyway, what does your shirt say? It's the one that Katie C got for me. He sent it to me. Peanut butter whiskey isn't the answer, but it's worth a shot. I think so. I love peanut butter whiskey. Unfortunately, I don't have peanut butter whiskey. I have spiced rum. It's not the same, especially if you don't have anything to mix it with, because my eggnog was bad and I forgot to buy some. So it is what it is. Anyway, how's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, how is everybody tonight? I am doing great. I'm pretty excited for the new year. I didn't accomplish nut butt whiskey. Ew. Kind of squeeze it out there. So you're using something near mine. You know what? Wrong channel. Remind me tomorrow, because I have a real good one to go with it. Anyway. Yeah, so I didn't get nearly as many goals accomplished this year as I want, but I did accomplish some cool stuff, so each year just has to be better than the one before it. Time-wise, I'm barely eking out more than I did last year, but I think I have a few plans for 2026 that'll make a big difference, so pretty excited to get those going. Excuse me. Really? You can't have any. You wouldn't like it anyway. Here, smell it. Yeah, I didn't think so. Not good. Anyway, so let's see. Does anybody have anything? What is everybody? how was your year? I know that if you look at social media, the entire world just kind of imploded on itself, but everybody has some good things to point out. I have quite a few. Like I said, I'll be making a video on for Wednesday about some of the things I accomplished this year. But yeah, I think this year was a lot better than the one before. Nobody tried to kill themselves on Father's Day. I didn't have to spend 3 months cleaning a basement, so that's a bonus. Aside from that, yeah, I think everything's going pretty good. One of my biggest accomplishments was going back to college and being a 4.0 student. Got a long way to go to get my degree, but you know, it is what it is. Well, this year I got the job at the publishing house and graduated with my master's. Yeah, that's an accomplishment. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting mine. And then I'm going to work towards getting a PhD, so I'll be done with school by the time I'm 80. And that's being ambitious. I don't know. Being a part-time student kind of sucks because it's going to take much longer to get your degree. But until I can generate some serious revenue, gotta do what I gotta do. You're a pain in my butt. Anyway, so let's see. So you wrapped up Diana did her awesome job at the publishing house and graduated with a master's. What does everybody else got going on? What is your best achievement, your greatest achievement for 2025? Mine, excuse me. Mine, oh, that's a hard one because I love going back to school, but I did publish Shadows of Night City, so yeah, I'm fairly happy about that. What genre do I write? I write dark fantasy and currently dark western. So I wrote a western. My brother-in-law wanted me to try my hand at it, and so I did for a short story on vocal, and then I turned that short story into a much bigger novel, and I had a lot of fun writing it. It's Wild Wild West meets Sherlock Holmes meets Supernatural. It was a lot of fun. So I think I'm gonna do more of those. And from what the beta readers and editors said, is that it's easily my best book yet. And it's available on Amazon right now. The link is in the description down below, I believe. Maybe I think that goes to my Amazon page. But Shadows of Night City is an awesome book. This is oops. Here is the book. It just came out a few weeks ago. I designed the cover and everything for it. So because I'm awesome in Photoshop. You stop chewing on me. Let's see. Do dark stories have dark endings? Mine usually do. Yeah, ask anybody here who's read Kingmaker. That's my dark fantasy. The dark fantasy is far darker than Shadows. So, and 7 is pretty gruesome too. So, I love horror. And so I like doing dark fantasy and dark westerns. And probably this year I'll do a dark sci fi as well. Yeah, kind of like Dead Space. I don't know if anybody's ever played that game, but yeah. Um, there are pros and cons of being a full time versus part time student. Yeah, time being the biggest one. Um, Shadows doesn't really though. No, yeah, Shadows isn't nearly as dark as as Shadows. Or Shadows isn't nearly as dark as Kingmaker. The next one is. That's all I'm going to say. It's not as bad as Kingmaker, but it is. It's pretty dark. I already have plans for it, so I'm hoping it'll be out for Christmas because I've always wanted to write a Christmas horror novel. So, um, Let's see, what else? Does anybody have anything going on? What's your greatest achievements? Come on now. I know you guys, Diane and I aren't the only ones that had a good year. It could be anything small and simple. Something more than you did the year before. Because in reality, you're only in competition with yourself. And so as long as every year surpasses the one before it, that's all that matters. If you write 1,000 words in 2025, make sure you write 1,001 words in 2026. Why is Hawkins redacting all of his comments? Why? It's all good. Let's see. I stayed alive. Oh, that's a good one. And I laugh, but knowing the underlying conditions that you have, that's a good one. So, and we have some awesome plans for making your 2026 amazing, Jennifer. So, but I said what surpasses the year before it. You lived before that, right? So, you quit? Look at me. Anyway, some of the things I have planned that are coming up. First of all, I want to put more time into my books. I don't want to publish one book every 2 years. So, my best year to date, I think, was I averaged 36.22 minutes per day working on my books. That's including everything from writing to marketing. So, that's not a lot in the grand scheme of things. And that was when I published A Freelancer's Tale. So, I'm aiming for 30,000 minutes in 2026. Sounds like a lot, but it really just breaks down to, I think, an hour and 45 minutes a day, Monday through Friday. So it's more than what I did before. But if I could do that, then I should be able to get all kinds of stuff written next year. And that includes writing, editing, the cover design, marketing, which I'm going to dive into. So next year is going to be pushing the envelope on trying different marketing techniques and then reporting back to you guys on what works and what doesn't. Because I'm tired of those lists that say, oh, this works, and that they don't. So we're going to experiment and actually try. Of course, one of my biggest things is that not everything is going to work for everybody the same. And so all I can do is tell you what worked best for me and what didn't. So let's see, Michael, I think you're doing the right thing by being a part-time student. You're settled where you are, so there's no rush. You're right. I'm not pushing to get my degree so I can get a job. I have my dream job. I do what I love to do, ish. And like it gives me time to do the blogs, the YouTube channel, and books and all that other good stuff. So I'm not too stressed about trying to hustle to get my degrees as quickly as possible. Though it'd be awesome if I can get them before I die, but it is what it is. But I also love learning anyway, no matter what. So, like, my next two classes are it's a creative writing workshop there at the school, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then I'm taking Lost Worlds and Crystal Skulls. This is an anthropology class that I'm stupid excited for. And so yeah, I can knock them out two at a time, and if I can squeeze in one more, then I can get on the dean's list. But because at CU you have to have at least 9 credits per semester in order to qualify to be on the dean's list, and I would like to have the kudos. Not that it matters in the real world, but it is. It makes me feel good about myself. So, but I got so much going on. I don't think I can do 3 classes. I might, but that would only work if I could get rid of freelancing. At that rate, I'd just go full time. So, plus a dash extra. Shadow wants your drink. No, she's She wants to play at the glass. She has no interest in the liquid. Yeah. No, I didn't think so. She's just being a pain in the ass. And you'll save more money that way. I don't know about saving more money that way. It's going to come out to the same cost at the end anyway. I apparently I don't have to pay back my loans until after I'm done, so I'll be dead before that happens. My kids will pay them back. Actually, I don't know if college debt transfers over to your next of kin, so whatever. Okay, so Jennifer was okay. So you were barely alive. I was barely alive in 2024, and now I'm alive in 2025. Actually, considering your 2024, because you had to have your gallbladder removed. So, considering where you were in 2024, your 2025 was much better overall health wise. So, I guess there's that. Let's hope for 2026 to be even better. So, why are you licking me? Fuck. Will you quit? You're such a pain in the ass. Oh, I know what it is. She wasn't around for the riding sprint until like at the very end, and now she's having to play catch up. Licking my damn knuckles. Oh my god. Anyway. Let's see what else we got going on. So yeah, that's my primary goal for the books is to at least surpass the 36.22 minutes. And yes, I do have it to a decimal because I have a spreadsheet where I record every single thing I do because I'm a dork. And so my primary goal is to surpass that no matter what. I would love to hit 30,000 minutes throughout the year, but that's going to depend on a lot of factors that a lot of them are outside my control. So I'll aim for 30,000 minutes, but I'll just be happy if I can surpass what I did in 2021, which was my record. Was 2021 my record? Might have been 2023. I don't know. I have it saved in the spreadsheet. It's in the dork. It even averages out throughout the entire year and gives me a red or green number that tells me if I'm surpassing it or not. So I'll love me some data. Speaking of data, something else I have planned on for next year is I'm going to be fixing a couple of dead blogs, Crossing Colorado and Colorado Plays, or I don't even think you'd call it on life support. I mean, their traffic was decimated recently. Mostly after 2023 when AI overviews on Google took over. You can see the difference between the two sites when Google AI took over. And it's devastating. AI overviews screwed so many websites because people will get the AI information and not even bother to look at the websites where the information is coming from. So I think we should all launch a class action lawsuit against Google. Probably not, but it's horseshit. Like I read reports where some businesses and blogs lost 70% of the traffic literally overnight. I lost 50% of mine. Crossing Colorado and Colorado Plays both lost probably closer to 80% of their traffic, all because of AI overviews. And I just don't, I don't know. I'm still going to wind up trying to fix the dead blogs. The goal is to get them anywhere above where they are now, which is pretty low. But I've got a plan. I've got software set up. I'm going to do the same thing I did for one of my clients where we turned one blog from getting 20,000 visitors a month to 200,000 visitors a month inside of 6 months. So we literally 10 times the traffic. And by the end of the year, we were closing in on the 1 million mark. And that's when, yeah, things happen. But we were closing on a 1 million mark. So I'd like to see if I can do the same thing with my blogs while trying to adjust to AI, at which point I will blog about that and show you how to do it. So there's all kinds of things that are going on for those websites. Yeah, I think it'd be kind of fun. I would like to see how good I really am mostly. So if I can get at least twice the traffic as I was getting before, I'd call that a success, especially with having to deal with AI. So, and because I don't use AI to write a single line of text, it's all 100% me, baby. Let's see what else I got. I'm going to continue my college work. I'm looking forward to my 2 classes coming up. I still have to take my cores eventually. So I don't know. I have a lot of really cool classes. One of the reasons why it's going to take me so long to get my degree is because I'm not just working towards my degree. I think I need 3 anthropology credits for my creative writing degree. But I'm going to take all the anthropology classes that are there. So that means it's going to take me, I think there's like 8. So probably about an extra year and a half to 2 years just because I want a minor in anthropology. I don't know. Math might not be mathing right, but I'm going to take all the anthropology classes because it interests me immensely. So I don't need them for my degree, but I want to take them anyway. So yeah, I'll be in school for quite a while. But I'm looking forward to being called Dr. Brockbank. Change my name to Jones. I would love to be a professor of either English or some literature class or a professor of anthropology. That would just be the shit. So I got some big plans ahead. Anyway, this year I would like to do more book events. I think I did 4 this year, and then that's not including the panel I was on for writing realistic dialogue. And so I didn't sell very many books at some of them. So I would like to try to get into some events where I'd have a better chance to sell books. And now that I have Shadows out and Kingmaker and hopefully Fury soon, yeah, I think I'm getting quite the collection and quite the library growing. I would love to do at least, I'm aiming for 7 events throughout the year. So that's 1 every 2 months. Well, a little more than that, but yeah. And there are so many events like that here in Colorado that I didn't know about. So unfortunately, a lot of them are like comic cons where it's comic book characters, or Read Between the Stars, which is more fantasy sci-fi. So Shadows doesn't really fit. I would like to see if I can find like a just regular local authors or something Western for Shadows. That'd be awesome. Maybe I could dress up as Jack. That'd be awesome. Huh. Anyway, I did see somebody dress up for the book for Read Between the Stars when we were at the Stanley Marketplace. So that's kind of cool. Let's see. You're going to be a great professor. Well, I think so. I love to teach. I think that's why that like I have several blogs that I own, and one of the biggest driving motivators behind it was helping people. I love to teach people how to do stuff, to do what I do and succeed. And so I think that is all building up to being a professor. And so, yeah, I think that's my next logical step. Well, I wouldn't say next because it's going to be a long time before I see that degree. So I looked up the requirements for being a professor. Yeah, I'm nowhere near that. So what we're going to do my next logical step is screenwriting, which I would like to do more of for 2026. I said that last year for 2025, but things kind of fell through the cracks. Now that Shadows is done and Fury's almost done and 7 is almost done, I can sit down and start doing some screenplays, which I would love to do on YouTube. So there might actually be some entertaining things coming out soon. It won't be on this channel because this one is mostly about teaching, education. But Creative Sanctuary though is probably where I'm gonna put a lot of my skits and stuff. So pretty excited for that. I was gonna take the screenwriting class this time around, but by the time I got to it, there wasn't any classes available that matched my time frame because I'm trying to keep it to Tuesdays and Thursdays, and there was not any openings, and so decided we'll just do the creative writing workshop, and I doubt they'll let me use my books. So boom, no, I'm going to integrate the two classes because I'm doing the Lost Worlds and Crystal Skulls, and I can only imagine the sheer volume of stories I want to get from that. So I'm going to integrate the two. I'm going to write stories for the creative writing course or the workshop from what I learned from the anthropology class. So it's a marriage of medium. Anyway, I would like to do more book events. At least 7 is my goal, and so we'll have to see what is available in the area. Videos, Mario. I need to make more videos for YouTube. That'd be great. I've got like a whole list of stuff that I would like to make. I'm going to wind up using the blog as scripts for most of it, but yeah, there's going to be a lot more videos and a lot more of the channel member stuff coming up for 2026. I would like to do a lot of fun stuff for the channel members. So if you want to be a channel member, check out the join button. You don't have to. You can just look at the things that there. You don't have to join, but you can see what I'm offering at the moment. And if you have any ideas, let me know. But I'd like to do more for videos and the channel members. Hey, if I can get 1,000 members to the channel, I can quit freelancing. Right, there's a goal. Okay, anyway, let's see, Neo. What, you got a haircut and wore a hat over it? Well, I wouldn't necessarily. I got a haircut like a while ago, so now it's all flat from being in the hat. But it's almost time to get another one. It's starting to get a little wavy again. So, yeah, got the Santa hat. He's Santa. Yes, I am. Ho, ho, ho. Belly full of jelly. It laughs like a bowl full of jelly. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. He needs it cut like every 3 weeks. Yeah, a large portion of that is because of how much collagen I drink. Like I put collagen protein powder in my shakes in the mornings, which is usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I get an overabundance of like collagen. I cut my nails recently. I'm gonna have to cut them again. Like I just did them like 5 days ago, and now they're claws already. So yeah, my hair and my fingernails grow exceptionally fast. On the upside, I don't think there's a single bald person in my family. Alrighty. What else we got going on? Videos, I talked about that. I would love to do more videos. I'm going to be doing a lot more reviews of the videos, the pros and cons and stuff. They seem to be quite effective, and I've come across a lot of products that I would love to share with you on what you should use and what you most definitely don't want to use. Especially today, I spent 2 hours going over free plagiarism checkers, and the vast majority of them are crap. Not just crap, but they're like, they say it's a free checker, but it gives you a 14-day free trial. That's it. or you have 300 words you can scan per month. That is not enough to do shit for anybody. So it's like, really? Fuck. So I'm trying to find a collection of pre-plagiarism checkers for people. I've only found like 3 so far, one of which scans 7,000 words a month, which is not bad. But it doesn't work very well on online sources like web pages. So it's, I don't know. I want to help y'all with free shit, but this one is trying to find plagiarism checkers that are free, that are actually free, that work for a damn, is very hard. I've gone through at least 25 today. I tested, not today, but in total, because I've been working on this blog post since like Saturday. So I've gone through a ton of supposedly free plagiarism checkers, and it's just, oh my God. You know, if this blog post doesn't get any views, I'm going to be super pissed. It sounds like great content. Well, yeah, that's one of the things I'm working on is now that we got the pro version of Rank Tracker, which I'm going to write a blog post and make a video about soon. I did one before for the free version, and so there's really not much more of a difference aside from being able to save and adding more competitors and unlocking some of the keyword tools that are in it. But it works similarly across the board to the free version. And the research I did on Saturday and Sunday for content is there's so many cool things coming up soon. Like, there's shit that I would have never thought of. I'm like, all right. Sometimes it pays to pay for a tool. But yeah, there's some great things on the horizon for all. WriterSanctuary, Crossing Colorado Plays, and Tube Arcanum. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting year to be sure. Neil says marketing. It is free. We just don't market for how long. Free will get more clicks than 14-day free trial. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's the hard part is that I even point out in this blog post that I'm only focusing on the ones that are actually free, not the 14-day free trials, not the crap ones that'll scan it and then. So here's a good one for you. Grammarly technically has 2 plagiarism scanners, one of which is free and blows. I even on the blog post I even have a list of plagiarism checkers you should stay away from, that being one of them. And the other version in Grammarly will scan it. It says it's a free scan. Oh, it'll scan it all right. But the only way you get the report is if you upgrade. Like, that is, I hate it when companies do that. I use Grammarly's Chrome extension. I like Grammarly, but that kind of shit pisses me off. That's a red flag. And so you don't tell somebody that you scan it for free and then they want the report and then say, oh, you have to upgrade. I mean, that is bullshit. This is why I don't have sponsors. Yeah. Because I will point out those flaws in your shit. Anyway, point being is that I'm trying to make a list of 5 free plagiarism checkers that you can use, and then a list of ones you should stay away from. And the ones you should stay away from is twice as long as the ones that actually work. So it's kind of frustrating, really, because all these people say it's free. Oh, this is free, that's free. All you see is free, free, free. But when you get in there and you start doing them, it's crap. It's bullshit, and they take advantage of people, and that kind of shit drives me nuts. Anyway, before I go on a rant, let's move on. More videos coming soon. Also, here's something fun. I pay for vidIQ Boost. It'll let me do videos or it analyzes my channels for WriterSanctuary, Crossing Colorado, and Colorado Plays, because I would love to do something amazing for all 3 channels that's coming up here. Hopefully, I can get some help to do that. That'd be great. In fact, I'm reaching out to one of my writers for my clients to see if he wants to write some content for me. That way, not everything's not on just my shoulders. I'm starting to delegate. Anyway, I pay for vidIQ Boost, and one of the tools in it will take clips. That's how I created all the shorts before. I don't know if anybody's seen it. I know Neo has. She commented on a couple. The shorts that I had throughout October, November, and December, the beginning of December, those were all created using vidIQ. I can upload an hour worth of a show and it'll clip stuff that I tell it, find viral points of whatever, and then it'll create a series of different shorts that I can use and then let me upload them directly to YouTube. So I played around with it a bit, and I took the most recent interview that I did for authors, and it found me a bunch of clips that I can use for that. So, what it did is that this is one of the good uses of AI. The AI took me, put it on the bottom, and took the author and put her on top, and then did the whole short clip of what we were talking about just fine. And it worked out amazingly well. And so I'm going to start posting author interviews in shorts and then using those videos to throw up on, like, I think Instagram, TikTok, definitely. I'm going to try to get more of the interviews, not only just on the live streams on Mondays, but on shorts throughout, so that you can hopefully to help promote some authors. Maybe they'll give me some watch time. I don't know. But I think it's kind of fun. It's a really cool addition to it. And I was going to use Opus Clips. Opus Clips does something similar, but I'm already paying for vidIQ and they have it built in. So I'm like, fuck it. So I'll just use it. Opus Clips did okay when I tested it out. The free version does have the watermark that goes around, and it's kind of annoying, but it worked really well. And I think I'm going to compare Opus Clips versus vidIQ on Tube Arcanum for creating those shorts. So, anyway, bottom line, there's going to be more shorts coming. Author interviews, definitely. Let's see. Anybody have anything? What is Neo? Okay? So I don't know if Neo was here, but I was asking what everybody's most accomplished victory was this year. What was their biggest goal that they met? Jen was alive. In 2024, she was barely alive. Sam still hasn't given me one. I think Hawkins, who was here, I don't know if he's still here, but if you're here, Hawkins, you never responded either. So Diana, got her cool job and got her degree. Mine was publishing Shadows, though going back to school is a close second. See, Sam says starting school. Yeah. Sam is working toward her degree in therapy. Well, that's an accomplishment. Like, that's what I said. Like, aside from Shadows, I think going back to school to get my degree was right up there with a close second. Because I had a lot of cool shit happen this year. I had a blast at Read Between the Stars, probably the biggest event we've ever done. The breweries, not so much. They were fun, and I met some cool people, but I didn't sell a single book. So I don't know if I'll do breweries this year, but definitely Read Between the Stars, and then anything else I come across. Of course, I need to make my table more flashy. But anyway, so Jen was alive. Sam started school. Diana finished with a master's. What was Neo's? What was your goal? What was your biggest achievement this year, Neo? Because the idea here is to not dwell on the shit that we didn't accomplish, because there's a lot that I didn't accomplish. Not dwell on the things that we didn't get to do. but embracing the things that we did. I did more events this year than ever. I published my third book. I went to school. I think I'm trying to think of the rest of the list. I'm gonna make one. I'm gonna sit down and hammer out a list for Wednesday's video for New Year's Eve. But yeah, just there's 3 right there that were way better than the year before. My time efficiency was pretty fucking low, but I still did more this year than I did last year. So there's that, barely. But yeah, there's all kinds of cool things that we got going on. We got a new kitten who is a whole world of fun. What else? Yeah, there's all kinds of good things. But yeah, that's the whole purpose of this is let's embrace and enjoy the shit that we accomplished. There's a lot of bad things in the world. The world seemed to implode on itself, like I said earlier. You open up social media and it is a dumpster fire to the nth degree. That's one of the reasons why I stopped doom scrolling. As soon as I put my phone down when I take my breaks, my life has been so much happier. So, yeah, what are the things that you accomplished that you're proud of? It doesn't have to be something big. You don't have to be like you didn't publish a book. Maybe you wrote more words this year than you did last. Maybe you broke a record for the most words you've ever written in a single day. Maybe you started a new blog. Maybe you started a new job. Just what kind of awesomeness did you have in 2025? That's because if you look hard enough, I'm sure you can find something. So, like going to school, that's an accomplishment, especially when you're our age. So, I think Sam's in her 40s, Jen's 44. We're both 44. I'm 49. I'm going to be pushing 50. So, I joke around about having my degree in my 80s, but it's a reality. Especially if I keep taking classes that don't impact my degree at all. Jen says, I collected an entire library of indie authors with my 2 best friends. Yes, you did. There's a lot of them behind me. I'm looking forward to reading more too. That's something else I want to do more this year, is getting to read for enjoyment. Like right now, I read mostly for work. I read thousands and thousands of words per day. But a lot of that is more instructional, tutorials, informational. I rarely get to really sit down and enjoy a book. I want to get back into at 8:30 winding down and with my tea and a book. I would love to get back into that. I would. The last book I read was for school. Oh, it's on the shelf. Is Rita Hayworth, The Shawshank Redemption, and I would like to do more. I would like to finish the horror book that I have. I've got a whole stack of indie authors I'd love to read. So my TBR pile is getting pretty damn big. So, but, I can say that there's an accomplishment. I read Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption. It's something I've been wanting to read since it came out in different seasons back in the 80s. And I finally got to read it. And yes, when I read through it, Morgan Freeman narrated it in my mind. So, great movie. Yeah. So what kind of coolness do we got here? Jennifer collected a library of indie authors. Yeah, we supported the fuck out of indie authors this year. I think we spent, oh wow, grand total, I bet we spent over $700 on indie author books this year at the local events. I sure as fuck didn't make that much in sales, so that's all good. I'm really excited to read some of these, so we need another bookshelf. Yep, going to need a bigger boat. I learned how to accept gifts from loved ones. There you go. Huh? Well, that's an accomplishment. So yeah, good job. Well done. Mac. Okay, so Shadow turned into Max. I just realized who I was betting. Anyway. Okay, so what's we got going on? Author interviews, entering writing contests galore. I plan on entering a lot of writing contests this year. Some of them are going to be on Readsy, $250 a week. Well, if I win. And they're only like 1,000 to 3,000 word stories. I can write that during a writing sprint. So yeah, I'm going to enter in more writing contests, mostly to get my name out there more. I'm going to view it as marketing. So there's a lot of sites I came across, especially the flash fiction list that I made on WriterSanctuary.com, which that might make a decent video. Places where you can submit flash fiction. Some of them have writing contests where they have some decent prizes. I'm more interested in just having a profile and something else that has my name on it, because I am a publicity whore. And I am going to spread my name all over the place. Oh, and the cool thing about the Readsy ones is that you get a whole profile as an author when you're doing the writing sprints, not writing sprints, the writing contests. And so that is shareable on social media, through links, whatever. And yeah, I just view it as another extension of marketing. Same with Wattpad and Inkitt. Those are free books to people, but you can also build up an audience, and perhaps one or two of those people will buy your books when they actually come out. So I'm going to use Wattpad, Inkitt, and other platforms as just free stories mostly to practice, try different genres, whatever, fan fiction mostly. And then when I have a new book out, just announce it to everybody and cross my fingers. But I am a firm believer in getting your name out as far and as wide as possible. So that's one of my goals for 2026, is to do far more of that. The free books on Wattpad, Inkitt. I'm going to try archive of our own. I think I'm going to make a list of sites that are like Wattpad and try them all out. So, yeah, it's going to be good. I've already got, I want to finish 7 on Wattpad before I do any of that, though. Let's finish 7 and then probably do I have a fan fiction for Fallout. I would love to play around with some sci-fi. I'd love to do some more with Star Trek. So yeah, there's a lot of things I want to do there on. But if I actually sit down and do them, it'd be great. So that's going to be it. I think on like every year I label the year. So like this year is supposed to be, I think it was Year of the Book Part 3, just as a way to motivate myself, set some goals, and try to keep the momentum going for the year. I was toying with a few ideas. I think next year is going to be the year of action, the year of taking action, effort, because no goals will matter without actually putting effort into making them come true, or making, you know what I mean. So I think next year is going to be the year of action, and there's lots of dirty jokes in that. So that's going to be on michaelbrockbank.com, and I'm thinking about creating a checklist of goals, because you can do a checklist on Google Docs that is shareable, or I guess it's Google Sheets, but I will do a checklist of all the things I want to accomplish for 2026, and then we can check them off. And then this time next year, we can look back to see what all I accomplished. You know what? That's not a bad idea. I can embed that in the blog post so everybody can see it. So, yeah, you have already had a year of effort, so I like a year of action. Yeah, the year of effort I didn't do too bad during the year of effort. I could have put in way more effort, but I think the year of effort is when Grandpa tried to kill himself. So that whole year just sucked ass. Well, from Father's Day on, really, it was just one big clusterfuck. But yeah. So I think a year of action. Let's do that. Yeah, year of action. Anywho, yep. So I'll do the checklist on the blog post. We'll do the blog post on year of action. Oh, I'll make it part of that blog post. Yeah, I'll write that down. Blog post. I'll put that in Asana. There we go. Yeah. Whoops, that is not what I wanted to look at. There we go. All right. So, anyway. See, I met you the first week of July that year, so I hope it didn't all suck. No, not all of it sucked. Just like you weren't here when we had to clean the basement. You did get to see some of it because I took pictures of it, and I still think trying stale food on camera on Crossing Colorado was fun. Wish I would have waited to do the Oreos. The Oreos that I ate that was next level. So there were some good moments in 2024, but yeah, as a whole, 2024 kind of sucked. It took us 3 months just to get everything out of here, and then we tried cleaning up as best we could. It's way different now, night and day. Yeah, you should have seen it before. It was crazy. And now I have my own little bar. Nothing fancy. And I think those who have joined the member channel, I think they've actually seen my bar. So if not, we'll have to do that. Anyway, so I watch you poison yourself and say I'm on camera with botulism berries. I was gonna have some cherry moonshine because I had a bunch of cherries in it that I've been soaking in that moonshine for a very long time. I wouldn't say botulism berries, but I mean, come on now, it's pure alcohol. If anything, those were the cleanest berries you'll ever eat. Nothing's going to survive in it. The cure for COVID there. Anyway, does anybody have anything else to add? I've been talking mostly. I like the interaction. What else we got going on? Neo, I don't know if Neo's still here. So if you watch this later, Neo, I would like to know, what have you accomplished this year that you're proud of? Doesn't have to be big. So yucky. All the blueberries weren't bad. Strong. They weren't bad. I want to try the cherries. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow during Crossing Colorado. I'll sit there and eat the explosive cherries. Good times. So I'll grab the cards here. But yeah. So it doesn't have to be anything grand. An accomplishment is an accomplishment, no matter how big it is. So anything from as small as writing one extra word this year than you did last, or maybe you started school, or maybe you finally got around to getting the tire fixed on the car before it pops. We didn't. Anything really. What are you proud of? I'm proud of quite a bit. I did quite a bit this year. I didn't get nearly as many goals as I wanted to at the very beginning when the initial blog post on michaelbrockbank.com. Like I didn't get Fury done. I didn't get 7 done. I did get Shadows published. So I didn't get all of the goals that I wanted done. but some of the things I did were next level. So still proud of what I've done. They were chocolate covered cherry moonshine cherries. Oh, that's what those are. I'll try them. I'll do them. We'll do them tomorrow. So if you want to see something great, make sure you visit Crossing, Colorado tomorrow. Same time, YouTube. We got the front of the house mostly landscaped this year. Yep. Cleaned out storage. Yep. Yeah. We got the backyard straightened up. I graduated the last baby from high school. Yep. My youngest is now a graduate of high school. Makes me feel even older. Met our new grandbaby. Yep. Jennifer's son has a baby. So I guess I feel like a grandpa. I'll never say that again in public. I already have a problem with my age. No, he's a cute kid. We'll leave it at that. So, yeah. Cleaned the whole backyard and got a new furniture for it. Yep. I got to set up the furniture for it. Well, I want to wait till after the snow now so it doesn't get ruined. So, lots of great sticks this year. Sticks this. Sticks this? What the fuck does that mean? I'm guessing, yeah, that's what I thought. But lots of great stuff this year. That's what I figured. Anywho, yeah. So my list is pretty long for 2026. The cool thing is that the only thing that might be out of reach for me is the 30,000 minutes of time toward my book. That's only, I think it's like 1.46 hours, or maybe it's 1 hour 46 minutes. I can't remember offhand. It's one of those two per day, Monday through Friday. So 30,000 minutes really isn't a lot. But when you have as much on your plate as I do, and going back to school and having to take care of the home, and I don't often get a lot of time toward my books, but if I quit doom scrolling and messing around on YouTube first thing in the morning and quit wasting time throughout the day, like today was amazing. So if I have more days like that, then yeah, I might be able to hit everything. So Joe's helping me type. Oh, he saw my job. Saw Sam's floor for the first time in ages. Right? I got a brand new coffee machine. Yep, that already needs to be descaled. The water here in Denver is kind of hard. So, yeah. Brand new coffee machine. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else did we get? Oh, I got a new set of utensils for my kitchen. They're all silicone. The ones I have right now are half bamboo, half silicone, so I can't put them in the dishwasher. I like them though, but we'll set. I can't wait to set that up. Yay! When you're getting old when you get excited over kitchen utensils. And a new coat. Yep, got a new coat. Thank you much. Yes, I like it. I didn't real. I keep forgetting just how warm these things are, because my old one had the rips on the sides and all the cotton most of the cotton has come out and it was squished, and so it's not nearly as effective as a flannel. This one though, holy shit, I'm almost too hot. So I forgot how warm these fucking things are. So time to throw out the old one. I did. It's safe. Anyway, I guess we can do the card and wrap this up today. Last week's daily affirmation was, I am on this path for a reason. I have a reason to responsibility to pass each lesson on through with my writing. I do that every day anyway. So that one was a great card for me to do. Safe in the trash? No. It's safe. It's safe. It's fine. Oh. All right. This week's daily affirmation is what we're taking into the new year. Ready? How will I impact tomorrow's world? How will I share my story and motivate others to take action? How will I stay true to my life's work? It all begins with writing the first word. Kind of relates to what I do now anyway. So yeah, that is what we're taking into 2026 with us. Again, that is how will I impact tomorrow's world? How will I share my story and motivate others to take action? How will I stay true to my life's work? It all begins with writing the first word. Kind of similar to what I wrote in the Substack this morning about taking the first step. So I will get that up on the community tab. Anyway, I guess we can wrap this up. Thank you guys for hanging out. Hopefully, you guys have a great end of the year and the beginning to 2026. This is the last show of the year, and yeah, I hope everybody has a fun and happy and awesome New Year's Eve. Be safe out there. And yeah, thank you for being with me throughout the entire year. And here's to hoping 2026 will be much better. So I'll be back tomorrow with Sam on Crossing Colorado for its last live show of the year. And yeah, be safe, everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.